Okay, hello. Today we're going to talk about Parashat Vayera, and it's the fourth Parsha of Sefer Bereshit. The story of Parashat Vayera talks about the hospitality of Avraham. As you all know, Avraham was a great machnis orchim. He enjoyed very much inviting guests into his tent and giving them food and water. And he pitched his tent in the desert where food and water were not readily available. Most people, when they pitch their tent in the desert, only have one entrance because they don't want the sand coming in from all sides. Avraham's tent, like this piece of paper here, had four sides because he wanted the people to find it easy to enter his tent. No matter from which side they came, they wouldn't have to walk around. They could immediately enter. Avraham also had in his tent all kinds of food and drink, so that should guests arrive, they would immediately be able to eat and drink. Not only that, he had a unique way of making people pay for what they ate. You have to remember that food in the desert is not readily available. When people would come, and they would see all the wonderful food, they would say, "Oh boy, we really want to eat, but how much will this food cost us?" And then Abraham would say, "Well, you don't have to ask me, you have to ask the person whose food this belongs to." So they would say, "Who does it belong to?" They'd say, "Well, it belongs to Hashem. Hashem provides food for everyone." "So where's Hashem? How can we ask him for food?" He says, "Well, Hashem is everywhere. You ask him for food by saying a bracha, by saying thank you to Hashem for giving you this food." So people would say, "But how do we know what bracha to say? How do we know what you're supposed to say when you eat?" So I would say, "Well, I will teach you." So one of them would say, "For example, here I see this delicious cake. What bracha do I say on the cake?" And Avraham would say, you say, "Baruch atah hashem Elokeinu melech haolam borei minei mezonot." And then the person would repeat the bracha, and he would eat from the cake. And then one of the other guests would say, "Ooh, I see an apple. What bracha do you see on an apple?" And we'll say, apples grow on trees. Therefore, their blessing is borei pri ha'etz. You say, "Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam borei pri ha'etz." Ooh, and then the person would say the bracha and eat the apple. And then someone would say, "Ooh, look at that wonderful looking banana. How do you find bananas in the desert? I wish I could eat that banana." So I would say, "No problem. You just have to say a bracha." And what's the bracha on the banana? Well, bananas don't grow on trees, they grow on bushes, and they're really considered like vegetables. So their bracha is borei pri ha'adama. You say, "Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam borei pri ha'adama." The person would say the bracha and eat the banana. And then somebody else would look and say, "Ooh, look, you have wonderful scrambled egg. I'd like some scrambled egg. Can I have some?" "Oh yes, you certainly can, but you have to say a bracha." "So what bracha do I make on scrambled egg? Borei pri hatarnegolet?" "No, scrambled egg and all things that are not derived from the ground, you say shehakol niya b'dvaro." You say, "Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam shehakol niya b'dvaro." So that's how people learn to thank Hashem for everything and realize and appreciate that all good things and all things come from Hashem. And the way to receive Hashem's goods is by thanking Him for the wonderful things that He gives us. And thus, Avraham taught people to recognize in the glory and greatness of Hashem.